Hi everybody.
Hello there.
Jerry.
And Linda.
We're the Villages Newcomers, and today we're going to bring you a show all about Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
We kind of rounded up bits and pieces of information from a variety of sources. We used Google. Google is our friend.
Yeah.
Being a teacher, once I could access Google, I didn't have to fake it so much anymore. I could actually look up the answers.
You didn't have to make it up, huh?
Right, during recess and tell the kids the answers. So it's a great thing. But we got our answers today from Google, a research company called Sperling. ERA Grizzard Real Estate sent us a really nice bunch of information on Florida.
Right.
And other places online. Some of the information won't be completely up to date because what information ever really is. Some of it's from 2019, some of it's from 2018. When I knew it was older, I tried to adapt the numbers to make them fit a little bit better, but none of this is totally official, so take it for what it's worth. But I think it's pretty close.
Right.
So let's begin. You've got a little tidbit there.
It's the third most populated state.
What do you think is the most populated state? That's right. It's California. California has about 40 million people. Okay, so Florida's third. What's number two? Did you say New York? Well, you're wrong.
Oh.
It's Texas.
Oh.
Texas with about 30 million. And Florida, since you asked, has about 22 million people,
Wow.
give or take. 1 in 4 Florida residents are age 60 or older.
Mm.
In fact, the county we live in, Sumter County, is the only county in the state, probably in the nation, where the average age is 65 or older.
Florida attracts 100 million visitors every year.
Over 100 million, that's a lot of visitors. Why do they come?
Oh,
The beaches,
Disney
you think
World.
that's-
Oh, yes.
Disney World, the beaches, Busch Gardens, Sea World, Lake Okeechobee, the Everglades. There's a lot of fun things to do in Florida.
Sure is.
Speaking of people in Florida, 36 or 37% of the people that live here are native Floridians. That means that 60+% are move-ins from other parts of the nation. Florida has those activities that we talked about. It has amazing weather, and those things combine to lure people down to live, right?
Right.
The visitors, though, we said there were 100 million visitors each year.
Yeah.
They're here mainly for the attractions
They are.
and the weather. Spring break, I bet, gets a lot of those
Oh,
visitors.
absolutely. There are over 1,300 miles of coastline around the state of Florida.
Hence those amazing beaches.
In the state of Florida, you'll be surprised to know there are over 4,000 islands.
What are the 5 biggest cities in Florida? I was a little bit surprised.
Were you?
Yeah. The biggest city, what do you think it is? Did you say Miami?
That's what I said.
You're wrong. It's Jacksonville. I was surprised. Jacksonville has almost 1 million people.
Wow.
926,000 as of that census that I got the information from, so it's probably more now.
Probably.
Then Miami would be number 2, followed by Tampa, Orlando. Orlando's 4th.
Wow.
And St. Petersburg.
Did you know that Florida is the flattest state?
I thought it was one of the flattest states because there aren't many hills around here. Now in the Villages, though, I like the area around Mallory Hill. That's built up a little bit. You've got some good views. Volusia Golf Course, it's an executive course if you've ever been up there. It's built up and there's some really lovely views up there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But in Florida, the highest point is a place called Mount Britton, Britton. Never heard of it. And that is 345 feet above sea level. Now, our home, I believe, is 70 feet above sea level. So it's the tallest point in Florida is only 270 feet farther or higher than our home. So not too high. But that's up in the Panhandle. You can look that up on a map.
Florida is 90 miles from Cuba.
Cuba, I have thought about visiting there, but I think it's still a little bit, I don't want to say primitive, but probably not as modern as here, and getting in and out. I don't know. I still want to go there. Do you want to try it?
It would be interesting. I'm not sure.
She smokes cigars. She wants to try those Cuban cigars.
I do not.
By the way, I'm sure you've noticed that we're kind of like all over the place with these questions and comments. They're not in any particular order. They're just interesting facts, which you probably already knew anyway. But do you know what the capital of Florida is? You know, don't you?
I think I do.
Okay.
Can I tell it?
Yeah.
It's Tallahassee.
Tallahassee is the capital of Florida. And Florida has counties like we had back in Indiana. Indiana had 92 counties. Florida has 67. The Villages has 3 counties as part of the makeup. Now, we don't make up all of those counties, but just little sections of Sumter County, Lake County, and Marion County. Florida, if you look at it on a map, you've got the Panhandle, then you've got the big peninsula. From the top to the bottom of that peninsula is about 500 miles. That's pretty long.
It's a long stay.
And in the middle, near the Orlando area, width of Florida, about 110 miles. But at its widest point, way up there, let's say from the Pensacola area all the way over to Jacksonville, that's about 400 miles.
But what's interesting too is that wherever you are in Florida, you're about 60 miles from a beach, right?
From the ocean?
Yeah, from the ocean.
From the ocean, yeah, that is neat.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can go this way or that way, but it doesn't mean you can get there in an hour. 60 miles usually means 1 hour, because a lot of these roads are like this, and there's stoplights and county roads and state roads, and it's not an easy trip to the beach in some areas of Florida. Florida, of course, is known as the Sunshine State.
Do you know why?
You got a pretty good idea.
Because there's over 300 days of sunshine in Florida.
The Sunshine State, it means it's warm. The average temperature, though, year-round, 70.3 degrees, making it the second warmest state in the nation. I know you think that that's low, because you think, well, Florida's hotter than that, but this averages in all the months and the night times to get an average, 70.73 degrees.
It's the lightning capital of America.
Yeah, I've noticed that, and a lot of these homes have lightning rods. Boy, we had a lightning bolt hit here the other day, let me tell you. We were right here in the Lanai. We had the screens open. It was a gentle rain, very nice, and kaboom! It about knocked me off the chair here.
Yeah, it did. We jumped.
We told you the average temperature was 77.73 degrees. What do you think the average temperature in the winter months is here in Florida? It's warm, right? It's 59.4 degrees. That's the average winter temperature in December, January, and February, according to my friend Google.
Although it is known as the Sunshine State, we do get an average of 54 inches of rainfall. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Rain.
Because you're only, 59 inches tall. That rain would be like up to there on you.
Yeah.
You're right to there. You duffers out there will be glad to know that Florida has the most golf courses of any state in America. And you archaeologists out there are going to be sad to know there are no dinosaur bones in Florida. Yeah, Florida was underwater for the most part of history.
Okay. One thing that did trouble us about moving to Florida were hurricanes. There is an average of about 2 hurricanes per year here in Florida.
The good thing, if there is a good thing, when hurricanes hit landfall, they tend to lose power, and we're in the dead center of the state. So they do lessen by the time they get here, but they still do get here with enough power to cause some damage. If you come to Florida for the beach, and you'd like to get in the water, either in the Gulf or the Atlantic, probably goes through your mind that there are sharks out there.
There are.
But in Florida last year, how many shark attacks? 21. And 0 fatalities. So
That's
you're
good.
probably going to be all right.
Probably. The state flower is the orange blossom because of all the orange trees.
Yeah, you know what? We've been in Florida for more than a year and a half.
Right.
I haven't seen one orange yet. One Florida orange. We buy our oranges at the grocery store, and I think they're from California. Where are all these oranges?
I don't know, but we do see lemon trees.
We see lemon trees. We picked lemons,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen any oranges. But Florida is a tremendous producer of hot weather vegetables and fruits like oranges, lemons, tomatoes, watermelons, grapefruits, cucumbers, strawberries, I guess so.
Yeah, they're big in strawberries.
But I know that Florida was number 1 in those others that I mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a great state for producing vegetables and fruits. We're ready. I'm ready. Okay. Here we go.
I'm crying.
Why?
Because I'm laughing. The state bird is the northern mockingbird.
We have lots of them around here.
Yeah.
I hear our grandfather clock. They sit on tops of the homes. They sit on our trees. They make the most beautiful sounds, and they're fun to have around.
Yeah.
Want to let you guys know right now that...
You got to do that over.
What?
You're mumbling.
Okay, well, I want to let you guys know right now that she is crying because we've had some of these that took 10 or 15 takes, like the Sunshine State.
I couldn't say something. I'm still crying. Look, see?
So she's not taking any abuse. You know, I'm being very
I couldn't
patient.
say Sunshine State.
But one thing that makes me cry are all the toll roads down here.
Oh.
Florida's number 1 in toll roads. Lots of toll roads and toll bridges. The only toll I like is that Toll House cookie.
Oh, yes. And lots of them. St. Augustine is the oldest city in Florida. It's on the Atlantic coast.
I took a lot of flack on a recent video because remember when I had the yarn and I was telling you how far it was to here and to there, and I said, apparently, I said that St. Augustine was on the Gulf. It is not. It's on the Atlantic. We know that. We've been there. It's a beautiful city. We like it. It's founded by the Spanish in 1845. It's got some beautiful old historic buildings there and
The oldest
a lovely
schoolhouse.
beach. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And we knew that. But anyway, sorry.
Florida became a state in 1845.
Wow, that's a long time. How many years is that?
Don't ask me a math question.
You've already figured it out at home. It's 175 years.
Okay, good.
Yeah. She has shed a few more tears since the last question. She laughs so hard she cries. The state reptile, what do you think it is?
Alligator.
It is the alligator. There are lots of alligators in Florida. I think Google said 1.25 million alligators in the state of Florida. Almost prehistoric creatures. I really enjoy seeing them. Not so much.
We don't see a lot of them.
No, and I did do some research and I looked at the Florida Fish and Wildlife Study from 2018. There have been 24 deadly alligator encounters since 1948. I don't have to tell you how many years that is.
No.
That's 72 years. But on the flip side, 14 of those have come in the last 20 years. So less than one fatal alligator attack a year. Kind of like that starfish thing. Remember that story? Why do you throw them back? There's so many, it doesn't matter. It matters to that one. You know, that shark attack or alligator attack matters if you are the one that got attacked.
That is true.
Yeah, so something to keep in mind when you're around any body of water. They say that every pond, every lake, every river in Florida has alligators. And if not, you're supposed to think they are. They're like a loaded gun. Every gun's loaded, every lake has an alligator.
Mm-hmm. According to Google, 1,000 people move to Florida each day.
That is a lot of people moving down. And like we said, the weather's the main attractant.
Right.
The Villages has 123,000, give or take, people and growing every day. At the sales center, there's a nice sign there where each day they post the names of the people. Mm-hmm. And it's always full of names when you go down there. So pretty cool. So Florida, there it is for you. The good, the bad, the ugly. We hope you learned some things. We did when we compiled the list. Again, it's all compiled from Google. We got it from a variety of sources on there. Hope we gave each one of them credit. We appreciate having Google as a resource that we can bring these things out to you. You, of course, can look them up yourself.
Until next time.
See you when you get here.